Welcome back, everybody. You're watching Sport Federation TV here on Cape Town TV, DStv channel 263. If you've been watching the show, well, you would, of course, be familiar with Renata van Rijswijk, former president of Western Cape Showing and now vice president of Showing South Africa. Renata, first time for you in studio.
Yes, I'm glad to be here. Thank you very much. It's so much better than having to sit at home behind a little screen and to meet you in person again. Thank you for inviting me.
Was that a difficult time for you guys? 2 years, 3 years of not being able to compete, but
yes, everybody was itching to get back into the showing ring. At least the show horses could get nice and fat and shiny and in showing condition. But we actually started quite aggressively when showing could or equestrian sport could kick off. You know, in the Western Cape. We had quite a few extra shows than the rest of the country, so yeah, we were very excited to be showing again.
We've got to spend a minute or two at least again reminding people showing. You know, it's a generic word. It's in part of the equestrian sport structure. Is of course horses, folks. For those of you who don't know, horses. That's what's called equestrian sports. We've got in equestrian sports gymkhana and show jumping and showing and equitation and endurance. In a nutshell, what is showing? How does it work?
Showing is basically more or less like I would say a beauty pageant for horses, but not just a beauty pageant, because there's actually an art to showing. You as a rider need to show off the horse to its best ability. So it could either be a showing horse or it could be a working horse.
Right.
So you get working hunter, where you have to do like an obstacle of rustic jumps, ditches, dikes.
Okay.
And the horse mustn't be spooky, so the judge would look out for that. The horse must go at a nice, lovely pace and then do a stunning gallop at the end. Then you get a working riding show horse, which does also a couple of obstacles, normally between 8 and 10. So it is more of again, the horse mustn't be spooky, it must be obedient. So if there's a stop and they must get off on the wrong side of the horse or pick up an umbrella, the horse mustn't spook and run off. Does it take a
lot of work? I mean, preparation?
A lot. Practice all the time to get the horses. And not all horses can do that. Not all horses has the temperament for that.
So do the horse owners they must have a unique relationship with their horse?
Absolutely. I mean, you have to go and spend time with the horse, groom the horse, take the horse out, make the horse used to all these different obstacles that may or may not come their way on the day. And then you've got the traditional show classes, which is pretty much the turnout of the horse and the going of the horse. And we've got 3 different categories in which they are judged. So your show hack or show pony, your show riding horse, and your show hunter horse.
Right.
So the hack traditionally is the pretty princess. You know, she has to be he or she has to have a beautiful head, generally beautiful movement, flashy. And traditionally it's the horse that carried the ladies or the gentlemen to Hyde Park. The show riding horse is more your bigger horse with a bigger bone, and the judge generally would like to see a little bit more of a canter.
Okay.
You know, where the hack is more beautiful, elegant walk, a trot, an extension, you know, ballerina with beautiful floaty feet. Where the show riding must have a little bit more of a substance to its bone. And then the hunter is something that you would want to sit on all day long in the hunting fields, must do a fantastic gallop, and you must feel comfortable.
Okay. Renata, one of the elements, of course, coming up then on the 4th of November at Stellenbosch is the young horse section. Just tell us about that.
Yes, so we've actually started in the Western Cape this year, actually with all the other presidents in the Western Cape specifically, a young horse series specifically geared toward sport horses.
Right.
And I actually chatted to the other presidents, dressage, jumping, equitation, and then obviously showing myself at that stage, to put together a multidiscipline just for young horses.
Okay. Renata, you obviously got a lot of support for this event. I mean, it's a fantastic new initiative. You got a couple of sponsors available there. Yes,
so Rukano Stud, Kuda Insurance, Hollard, and Horsebox Equestrian. They were very big sponsors for that series this year, and we would really like to say thank you for their support, because without support like that, we can't host shows like this.
So it happens next year, the young horse?
Next year, also at Stellenbosch District Riding Club, and it's specifically just for young horses. So everybody can bring their horses, in a formal show environment,
Yeah.
but everybody's in the same boat.
In the next 2 weeks, it's all happening here.
That's all
Two
happening.
big events on the cards, what you call the Chairman's Cup, and then, of course, the Western Cape Championships,
Yes,
happening in Stellenbosch Riding Club.
yes.
Tell us a little bit about the Chairman's Cup. What does that mean? How many participants will there be?
So the Chairman's Cup is, you have to be invited by the chairman of the Western Cape.
Right.
And it's only hosted in the Western Cape.
Okay,
And it's traditionally the 5 best horse and rider combinations in the Western Cape.
okay.
So the junior, we try and select 2 juniors and 2 adults. But it has happened before that not enough juniors qualify, and then we substitute a junior with an adult.
Yeah.
But for the last 2 years, we've managed to invite 2 juniors and 2 adults.
So there's fans coming everywhere. Will be watching.
Everybody will
on
be
these
watching.
5.
Everybody will be on these 5, and then there's the 5th one is the wild card. Is somebody that has got potential, that can be a competition winner, but that hasn't necessarily competed at so many shows that
Yeah.
they can rank up the points. Now the Chairman's Cup points are also done completely differently. You get points for winning supreme classes, championship classes. So all of those points get allocated completely different to
So
our
are there
national
right
grading.
now? Are there
Yeah.
right now 5 people sitting around waiting to see if I'm going to get selected?
Well, they already know who's
They already
selected.
know?
It's been announced. It's been announced on Facebook. They get their personal invitation. They've got 48 hours to accept it.
Yeah.
They get a beautiful written letter to say that they've been invited, and they've got 48 hours to decide whether they're going to ride or not.
The other big event then, also on the 4th and 5th of November in Stellenbosch, is the Western Cape Championships.
Yes.
I'm assuming that there's going to be more than 5 participants there.
Definitely. Western Cape always gets a huge entries for this show because we traditionally known for our beautiful rosettes and
Yeah.
prizes and
Right.
the glamour around it. So
From
this
all
year,
over the country? Or
we
only
actually
Western
have,
Cape?
this year we've actually had a couple of entries from the Eastern Cape.
Okay, so you open the
previous-
doors a little bit.
We opened the doors, and previous year we had actually the top rider of Gauteng competing and also actually winning the championship. But yeah, so very exciting. We've had fantastic entries. We've got about 343 class entries this year, and just under 100 horses. Under 100 horses for showing. It's absolutely amazing, and I'm very proud.
Just the names quickly of the Chairman's Cup riders. I've got Heidi Marklew, Sommelier. Is that right?
Yes.
Dominique Tarden, she's riding Callahoo Billy Rose.
Yes.
Your wild card is Jeannie Marie, she's riding Poland's Elizabeth.
Yes.
Got some serious names here. Arwen Dumbrell is riding Vaderlandse
Faisto, yes.
Faisto. And Jessie Deacon is on Ringing Bells.
Yes.
You've got some fantastic names here.
Yes, so the last 2 are the juniors. Really up and coming juniors, fantastic riders,
Yeah.
competing in all disciplines, and the same for the adults.
And then you've got some young horses also. And I mean, one of the things I've noticed about your event is the amount of sponsors that you guys attract.
Yeah, we always attract quite a lot
Yeah.
of sponsors, and we're very lucky and fortunate to have so many sponsors.
I mean, if I just read some of the names there, you're Ricano Stud, Horsebox Equestrian, Kuda Insurance, Hollard, Equipage Insurance.
That was for young horse.
Is that for young horse?
That's for young
Okay.
horse that you now, yeah.
But then on the main event, you've got, if I just read some of these names here, I mean, there's too many to read because it really is, I mean, what
Again, Ricano
sponsorship?
Stud is also one of them again, which has have been a fantastic sponsor
But it
throughout
looks-
the year.
It also looks like you've got a lot of people in the sport looking after the sport.
Yes,
Yeah.
and that's nice because you
Yeah.
have people supporting each other, but you've also got people from outside of the sport
Yeah.
that is also like Marklew Wines. Okay, she is riding, but you know she also is a winemaker. You know,
But isn't that fantastic that
It
you've got
is.
people reinvesting in the sport they love?
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So the likes of a Craig Sutton Farriers, as I said, Ruakano, you've got New Horizons, Brockenhurst Equestrian, Arco Insurance,
Cosmofolia has
Cosmofolia,
been,
plants and flowers.
yes, because you know what we like to pretty the the arenas
Yes.
must look pretty. So they normally come and bring some beautiful roses and flowers, and that just makes a beautiful festive atmosphere.
And obviously on the day they have branding. I mean, you'll see the likes of Balastoy up there, Naturofix, Royal Horse. I mean, there are PS Bridals. I'm assuming this is not for weddings.
No, PS Bridals is like the tack bridal wear that the horse wears.
Renata's been, we can carry on and on. And now that you know where the studio is, we're obviously looking, we want to get you back in studio. We need to find out more about, we want to see how it looked afterwards. I think that's the thing, is we can talk now about how it's going to look, but surely because it's all about the showing and it's about showing off, we will need to see the end result.
Absolutely. Happy to send you some pictures.
Well, we need to get you back in studio. So we're looking forward to that. So fantastic that you could join us. A great event, great sponsors. You got the best athletes in the Western Cape and a few from outside coming, and we're looking forward to seeing how the Chairman's Cup and the Western Cape Champs go.
Thank you very much.
There we go, folks. Renata van Rijswijk. She is the Vice President of Showing, which is an equestrian sport code. She's the Vice President of Showing South Africa and former President of Showing in the Western Cape. This coming 4th and 5th of November then at the Stellenbosch Riding Riding Club. It is the Chairman's Cup and the Western Cape Championships. Open to the public?
Yeah. They must please come enjoy the festivities, and there will be lots of stalls and stuff for them to roam around.
Fantastic. Well, there you go, firsthand. Get down there and you can find out from the horse's mouth what's happening on the 4th and 5th of November. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll carry on talking sport in the province. Don't go away.